Hello. We are getting ourselves pulled together for the day. Had to do an entire, reboot of the entire hair. And I hate my hair on day one of curling it. I don't know if I'll feel that way. All right. Well, hello to Facebook. Hello to Instagram. Did this yesterday, and I think I'm going to make this my new thing. It's kind of nice. It saves it in different places, and it makes it more available for availability's sake. So why not, right? All right, so I've put my eye masks on a little while ago, and I'm just kind of letting those marinate and set while I'm doing that. And I'm curious, tomorrow's March 1, so how did that happen? Anyway, it just blows my mind. I feel like the older I get, the faster time goes. Feel me on that? All right, if you're watching, say hello. If you're watching the replay, say replay. If you comment on Instagram during the live, I can't see that after the live. When it converts my live to a reel, I can see that at that point. So if you're watching the replay and you comment on Instagram, you're watching my reel and I can see that. I don't know why. These are both from the same provider and I don't know why they function so differently. But it's just what I'm learning, so just thought I'd inform you. All right, so while these have been sitting for a hot minute, I am considering, since March is almost upon us, that we're going to start focusing on some kind of lightweight, easygoing makeup that's going to be great for like spring break, as the weather warms up, those types of things. I know spring break will be here before we all know it. I was planning out my March calendar today, and I'm like, oh heavens, we have this weekend with nothing, and then next weekend the only thing we have going on is time change. But everybody has that. That's not a special to us thing. And then we are 3 weekends solid with something major happening every weekend, and I'm just like, I don't like that. I don't like that. I am a homebody like there is no homebody. That is a homebody like me. And when we have so much going on, it just stresses me out. So these are just discardable. You just pitch them when you're done. Easy peasy. All right. So I am going to try with you today our Serum Plus foundation. I haven't used this in a hot minute, and I really do enjoy it. It's just when I'm not doing a whole lot, powder and BB cream are kind of my go-tos. But, we have to get outside of our comfort zone occasionally and do other things. So we're going to do that real quick. I'm going to put on a little primer and get that working. March makes me think, I want to plant flowers. And of course, Easter's not until like mid-April or late April. And there's some wives' tale about you can't plant flowers until after Easter because we could freeze up until Easter here in Texas, North Texas. Depending on where you are, maybe not. But anyway, so I don't know. And I don't want to have to worry about them and waste money if they're all going to freeze. But waiting until April just seems a long way away. All right, so my brush, just a little bit goes a long way. So I'm going to swirl this on. So tell me, when do you plant flowers outside? And I'm talking about in pots, around the pool and the back patio where we sit, all that. We've only been in our house a couple of years, and I did such a good job. Well, we moved in the end of the summer. I guess we moved in beginning of August. So I didn't do anything that summer. But before the next summer, so our first full summer at the pool and with our backyard, I went all out. I had stuff everywhere. It just looked so good. And then year 2, which was last year, I did a whole lot of nothing. I don't know how I just do so well and then I don't do so well. We kind of had some stuff going on last year though, so I didn't really have the flexibility I had the first year, but I don't know. You just prioritize what you prioritize, right? So I don't know if you can tell, but I just did like a half a squirt and I am completely covered. So I love that about it. Doesn't use very much product at all. I am, though, going to set it with a little setting powder for two reasons. One, I do like the matte finish. And the one thing about the Serum Plus is it kind of has that photo finish look. It's very lightweight, and I don't feel like I have hardly anything on at all. However, I like a very matte look on my face. So that's what I'm using this for, first off. Second off, I have run out of my favorite Prime Set Mist, which I use at the end. Completely run out. And so this is going to have to be my setting powder for a little bit because I need setting powder on my foundation. And I love that mist at the end, which just kind of sets everything in stone. But I'm out and I have nothing in my stash. So I looked yesterday. Sometimes, knowing it's something I use every day, if I'm placing an order, I'll be like, ooh, I'll add that because I'm going to run out of that soon or whatever. Well, I just have not been on that bandwagon. So that's going to happen soon. Let's just get this on. All right. So when do you plant flowers, and do you plant like in the ground or do you plant like in pots? I only did in pots. First off, the people that lived here before us had all of these plants like already in the ground, and I've managed to kill one. I did not kill it though. I mean, I say I killed it. It deteriorated. I don't know. We had a huge rainy season last spring, followed by hail and something else, and I think it just destroyed the roots. I don't know. It's very weird. It just fell over and disintegrated. It was the strangest thing. So I feel really bad about that, and I really liked it. It was a tropical hibiscus, so it would give new flowers every day. It's one of the neatest things I liked about it because it wasn't just a stagnant something. It was flowers every day, and you could see which ones were about to bud and which would be tomorrow's flowers, and then you just prune off the ones after they've died the next day or whatever. So just a little something. Anyway, I need to research. I'd like to replace it. I liked where it was. It had been there for a while, and we could build the bed up a little bit. I think the bed kind of deteriorated a little bit too. But I don't know what the proper time of year to plant that is. And I'm going to say this because this would be me. I've probably missed the window. If I'm looking it up now, it's probably because I should have done it already or something stupid. So I don't know. I'll let you know. But anyway, I'd love to plant another one there. I think it would really... I'm going to use a different blush. I was getting a little tired of my blush. Let's use this one. It's a little richer. Oh yeah, much richer. Anyway, I just like having a little something in the backyard. Although I have the peskiest squirrel who, we'll see if I put stuff actually in a pot. I had some stuff, or I had pots sitting out that had potting soil in them, and I think he buried acorns in there. So he's been rooting through my pots and making these big holes in my pots. And I'm like, not helpful. And if I put flowers in there, is he gonna like pull up all of my flowers? I don't know. I'm worried. And I don't sit by the back door. Like, I'm in my study right now, and I'm in my study most of the day between just, work I have to do, and then because my makeup table's in here. So, get to do this in here. So I'm not out there where I can see him and shoo him away. And I shouldn't have to like guard my backyard from a squirrel. Like, yeah, this is who I've become. Guard. Now I will guard my pool from the stupid ducks that think that they want to land. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I told you when we were at our condo, which is where we lived before here. It was a family-owned condo that our family had for a long time. And during COVID, because we all had a shared pool, we couldn't use it because we couldn't be out there together, right? It was, that was not a thing. So for like, because COVID lockdown started like in March, and yeah, well, at the end of the summer, or maybe it was middle of the summer, I can't remember when. Anyway, ducks flew in, took over the pool, had their babies in the bushes. Because, there were 24 units in this condo and everyone has to like agree on things, because one person thought it was cruel to relocate them. We had to live with them until the baby ducklings could fly out on their own or something, whatever. I was like, I do not care. Get them out of my pool. It was so bad that they couldn't clean the pool. So the pool turned this really dark green color. It was disgusting. When all was said and done, and we finally had them removed and all the things, they had to drain the pool, put people down there to clean the sides of the walls and things. And this is a really old complex, so the pool was like 12 feet deep or something ridiculous. It took like 4 or 5 days of water running to fill up the pool. I mean, it was crazy. So we were here first full summer. So late in the spring, all of a sudden I walk out there and I'm like, why is the pool moving like that? Like, it moves with wind and we have a little robot vacuum thingy that runs around. But I was just like, why is it doing that? I'm gonna use my favorite palette again because I can. So anyway, pool's like moving like there's no tomorrow. And I go step outside and it is 2 male ducks and they're scouting. They're scouting for where the mama's going to land to have the babies, right? So I go out there and shoo them away. And then my husband looks on a camera, and I guess one day when I didn't see them, they had landed and they were like back in our bushes, like looking for a place for mama to have her babies. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is horrible. So I would make it a point to like walk through and always look out, and then I'd go run outside and like a crazy woman, and then they'd fly off, I'm like, you are not going to hang out in my pool. So we even bought like this gator head thing where it's this floating gator head, and apparently it's supposed to scare them. It did not scare them. They landed right next to it. They know it's a fake, right? So it just became kind of a funny thing too, because the gator head would back itself in or get sucked into like the pool skimmer thing, basket area. And then it would bob its way out and it'd bob its way back in, bob its way out. Some of our friends just thought it was the funniest thing in the summer. So we left it in as an entertainment piece, but it did not deter the dumb ducks. So we bought these, really big balloons that have like bullseyes on them, and they have these tassel things, and they're supposed to prevent them from being in the pool. No, didn't work. They still landed in the pool. Nothing. These ducks are not scared of anything from what I could tell. Plus those little stupid things, we had to attach them to our like chlorine dispenser thing that runs around the pool, because they would just fly out. Wind would happen and, they'd be in my neighbor's yard or whatever. I'm like, oh, good heavens. So, I don't know. So we'll see. Maybe they find a different house this year and leave my house alone. And if I hadn't had that experience at the condos, I don't know that I would be so vigilant about them being in my pool, but I know exactly what they're doing. And I have been scarred by that, and that is not going to happen. So not on my watch. So dumb ducks. All right, Quadra mascara. Last day for me to use this one. So as I talked about in the past couple days, you should be changing your mascara every 90 days or before. And there's a few reasons. One, our eyes have bacteria and that gets on the wand and then it populates everything that's in here. Two, every time you use this, you're pumping air in there, right? And it just starts to disintegrate what is going on, all the good stuff that's going on. So I actually, because I can't ever remember the exact date, even though I do it on the first of the month, just because I'm nervous about when that happens, I have a sticky note on the table right down here below me that says I changed my Quadra December 1. So I'm going to change my Quadra tomorrow on March 1 and get a new one out. Oh, okay, I just dotted my what do you call that? Eyelid with mascara. So anyway, I would recommend doing that, making yourself a note so that you don't forget. And then change your mascara with me. If we change tomorrow and we use it for 3 months, that's March, April, and May. And then it's just going to be perfect because we'll change it on June 1. And then it'll be June, July, August. So it just works out great, right? We get the whole summer with one, and it just couldn't work out better if I tried. I don't know why I'm on this kick lately of no eyeliner, but I don't know. I'm liking it. That's just one pass. I just love what this Quadra is doing for my lashes because it's infused with serum. So while you're wearing it, it is helping to grow your lashes. Yes, please. Also, I have been very diligent with taking my collagen. And I show that sometimes on my stories. 2 reasons. 1, it's good for you, right? 2, it's really good for hair and nail growth. So that includes your eyelashes and things. But I also made, the decision last fall to chop off my hair, whereas my hair used to come down to like here. And, yeah. So I am on the hunt to grow back out my hair. 2 reasons. 1, I just like myself better with long hair. So does my husband, by the way. 2, I need my hair to be longer for the summer because we are in the pool a lot. We have friends over to the pool a lot. We go to a friend's lake house often. We're just water people. Well, I need my hair to be up and out of the way, right? I spend a lot of money to get my color adjusted, which love my hairdresser. And I don't want that in chlorine water or nasty lake water, whatever. I know their lake is really clean because it's spring fed, but I see what's in that lake. No. So I want my hair to be long enough where I can throw it on top of my head or, wind it in a bun and kind of get it out of the way. I always wear a hat, so I've got hats that have like bun hole things, which is always fun. So that's my goal. So what I've been doing is trying to be super diligent with my collagen because that'll help my hair growth, which my hair tends to grow fairly fast by itself. At least my hairdresser says it does. So I'm going to assume she's not joshing me and just trying to pull one over on me. I'm assuming she's being completely honest that my hair does grow very fast. So I'm going to go with a light pink today. Just seems like the choice. Isn't that pretty? I'm figuring if my hair is here in March, really my goal is like end of May. So I get March, April, May. I could probably be here, I'm thinking. I don't know. We're going to try. All right. So You're commenting on Facebook if you watch the replay, and if you watch the reel back on Instagram, comment on that, please. And if I can help you with anything, you just let me know. And I can't wait for my curls to start falling because this is a little too curly for me. Oh, that's better now on the front. All right. Well, happy Friday. We made it to the weekend. Y'all have a good one. I'll see y'all tomorrow.